down 1,000 times. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear.
Welcome to the show, guys. We got a super exciting one here for you. I'm online here with the great and powerful Gwen, aka Fantasy's First Lady, and we are talking about boom or bust players. Gwen, what is going on? How about that for a bust sound effect?
I mean, I think that's a pretty good sound for bust for sure.
If you guys are new to this show, we've been going back and forth with sound effects, and we found the Deshaun Watson. So we're going to be using that as the bust sound effect here today. Some people think it was inappropriate completely, and they're like, Joe, why are you being silly with the sound effects? I don't care. We're letting loose here on the podcast, having some fun here in the offseason as we prepare you for your drafts, serious with the advice and having fun on the side as well. And Gwen, I don't know if you know this. I shouldn't have told you this, but we have a surprise guest here today. And he's been making a lot of appearances. Conor, by popular demand, people keep asking for him. So we're bringing him back. Conor is back. Are you excited for the show? Boom, bust, Conor, Deshaun Watson, moan. I mean, does it get better than this, really?
I'm excited for the show. I don't know how excited I am about talking to Conor.
Wait till you see it. That guy's got no filter. Now, if you guys go back and check the last episode, Jim was introduced to Conor. The confrontation was not friendly at all. There was an altercation. Jim really got upset. Conor got emotional. Hopefully that doesn't happen today because you and him are typically on the same wavelength. You guys typically agree on picks, but if there's some sort of disagreement, look how Conor may lose his stuff. We're ready to dive in anyway. Guys, you can't contain the laughter. Okay, before we get into this, guys, make sure you guys do secure the 16-round draft solution. Sleepers, breakouts, optimal players to draft in each round. Everything you need to crush your leagues. Secure the solution. Secure the championship. I've linked it below. And join us on Patreon, patreon.com/FF Counselor for direct access through the season. Waiver wire starts and sits. I've linked that below as well. Gwen, are you ready to start? How are you feeling about the season? I mean, we got some stuff going on in the offseason now, some running back. Do you want to quickly talk about kind of what's going on with running backs here? I think you're reading off some news, some pissed off people, running backs not getting paid. We had this talk before we started the show.
Yeah, with everything that's going on with Saquon and the running backs, et cetera. Right. I saw Austin Eckler tweeted, this is the kind of trash that has artificially devalued one of the most important positions in the game. Everyone knows it's tough to win without a top running back, and yet they act like we are discardable widgets. I support any running back doing whatever it takes to get his bag, and then it's just tons of people commenting back and forth. So, and I support Saquon as a Penn State grad. I agree with Austin Eckler. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff going on right now. Sure.
The thing is, my opinion, certain running backs should get paid, right? But I think the solution to this is just pay them higher on the top end with their rookie contracts because running backs break down pretty easy. And what people are finding, and even for fantasy, you're better off drafting a rookie running back that's just as capable as some of these guys that are fourth, fifth year. For example, Jan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs coming in, just as capable potentially as a Josh Jacobs and Saquon. Yet to be proven, but very possible based on a talent, skill set, plug and play. But yes, definitely should be getting paid more. But then you can look at it as like they're getting paid $10 million franchise tag. Imagine getting $10 million and complaining about it. So it's, again, you got to look at it two ways. What do you think? Are you leaning more the running back sides, or do you think?
I'm definitely more on the running back side. People do post and they say things like I was reading on Austin Eckler's, people were saying, he makes a lot of money on the side with all of his sponsorships and deals, which is true as well. But I really think that they should pay them, especially Saquon personally. So yeah, I lean towards the running backs.
He's overdue.
Side. Yeah.
All right. So running backs, drop us an opinion. What do you think? What's going on with the running back situation? Love to get that feedback below. Let us know what you guys think on the running back situation. Should they get paid, or are they overpaid, or what's the deal? I mean, they should definitely get some money, right? All right. Let's dive into the boomer bust. We're going to pull up a player here, and then we're going to decide, are they going to boom, are they going to bust? And there are players in suspect situations that could make them bust. So let's talk about the first guy here. I'll pull him up here. We are talking Kenneth Walker. We're going to pull him up here. Kenneth Walker. Now, if you remember last year, everybody had Kenneth Walker behind Rashad Penny. I was telling you to draft Walker. Walker had himself a pretty decent campaign last year. He got a little injured, missed a couple games, but still finished. I got him here. He finished 18th, 1,050 yards, 4.6 yards per carry last year, 9 touchdowns rookie season, came out, performed. The buzzkill was when they drafted Zach Charbonnet, who's a capable running back on his own. So we got to ask ourselves, guys, and comment below, make this interactive. Will he boom this year? Or will he bust? Gwen, what do you think of Kenneth Walker this year with the addition of Zach Charbonnet?
Yeah, I think he's going to boom. I think he had a solid rookie year. Like you said, he went for over 1,000 yards in only 15 games, and rookie running backs don't really tend to do that. I think a stable and improving situation in Seattle is going to do well for him this year. And I think Geno Smith has a lot of weapons to throw to, which should open up the run game for him as well. And I also love the addition of Jackson Smith, Najiba, hopefully I said that right, who's probably the best wide receiver of the draft. So I'm buying on the Seattle offense. I think he's going to boom.
Yeah, I disagree here because I feel that Kenneth Walker is going to be a 60-40 split to start the season with Zach Charbonnet. And I just feel that if I'm going to have almost a 50-50 split with running backs, I'm almost inclined to take the running back and Charbonnet later. So I mean, at his ADP, 3rd to 4th round, I mean, you're not paying the first round pick. I mean, he could finish kind of like, just outside the top 10 potentially. I'm not excited on that huge upside. I don't know. I'm just not excited. And again, that little injury that he had there makes me question, is he injury prone? Is he not injury prone? And then maybe the Seattle Seahawks know something that we don't, because they did acquire Charbonnet so early. So maybe Kenneth Walker isn't as durable as they come. So you're saying boom.
I'm saying boom. Yeah, we disagree on this.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Deshaun Watson's massage sound. I think Walker is a bust this year. I think Charbonnet is the guy to own, and I can get him later. So, again, we have a difference of opinion here. Let's get on to the second player here, boom or bust. And this guy is Jonathan Taylor. Now, I'm going to have to bring Conor in on this one, okay? I'll tell you why. Because last year, here's what happened, okay? I asked Conor specifically. Now I got to bring him in. He's with the herd right now. He's making his way into the studio right now as we speak. So what happened was last year, I said, Conor, who do we draft first overall? And this guy was literally Googling, like, who finished the year before. And it was Taylor. So I was like, yeah, everybody. I mean, I got his voice down pretty good, right? He's like, yeah, everybody. You need to draft Jonathan Taylor first overall. So this is a 100% Conor pick, and I want to bring him in because he needs to be held accountable because Taylor busted, and I warned against it. I said, players coming off pinnacle years, very unlikely they're going to finish on top again, but Conor was all in on him. So why don't you first and foremost tell us if he's going to boom or bust this year, and then we'll bring Conor in to have his opinion here because we got to hold him accountable, don't you think?
Yeah, I think we should hold him accountable for
Definitely.
Sure. So I think that he's going to bust. So I just want my first round guy to be a sure thing. And I am nervous about the offensive situation in Indy with an unknown quarterback. So I'm going to go bust.
How could you say he's going to bust, though?
He's got a tie on today. Wow. He dressed up for me. That's nice.
Hi, everybody. It's me. Hi, my lips weren't moving and I started. Hi, everybody, it's me, it's Conor. And yes, I'm dressed for the occasion. Since you were dressed, I thought I would dress up too.
Yeah, I dressed a little bit nicer, but it wasn't for you. It was for all of the followers, our people.
Well, I'm a follower too. I follow the herd every day.
That's very true. You do follow the herd.
Okay, so you guys are clearly upset. Now, I was with the herd and we were walking around, and you guys want to hold me accountable for Jonathan Taylor, right?
I mean, yeah.
Because I told you to draft him on top last year and he busted, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that because we never do. All right, so in regards to this year, he didn't finish very high last year, so I'm not high on him this year. Do you see a pattern?
I do see a pattern.
Exactly what happens last year, we do this year.
Oh.
It's that simple.
Conor, do you think that Joe is like the Mr. Rogers of fantasy?
No. He's a lion and he threatens to bite me all the time and eat me. And that's not very nice.
I mean, he's playing with puppets.
I'm not a puppet. Do you know what's not really nice?
What's not nice?
I'm getting a huge fan base, and people keep asking for Conor all the time, but they always ask for Gwen. Gwen this, Gwen that.
Oh, are you jealous?
No, but I'm saying that I should be the star.
I don't know about that.
Okay, I gotta go, but I just wanted to say that Jonathan Taylor sucks.
Okay, well, I agree with you for that. I think he's a bust.
Okay, counselor's giving me a dirty look. I gotta go. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that's it for Conor. I mean, that is enough. So again, not being held accountable is the key thing here. So again, with Jonathan Taylor, I love him. Volume's going to be there. There's going to be a ton of upside for him. I'm all in on Taylor. Again, we disagree again. Is there anything we're going to agree on today?
I mean, we'll see. We have a couple more people to talk about.
Okay, well, let's move on here. So I think he's going to go crazy this year. Volume is there. Yes, he's going to have some goal line work taken away from, with the quarterback, Anthony Richardson. We know this, but there's no other committee there. Bounce back gear, all in on Jonathan Taylor. Love, love, love him. Okay, let's move on here. The next guy here, boom or bust. Had a great year last year. Very hard to top. What do you think of Devante Adams this year? Still relatively high draft capital for him and a downgrade at quarterback. Do you think he's going to have another solid year?
Yes, I think boom for him for sure.
We're disagreeing on everything today. Okay.
Perfect. Well, except for, I mean, you are wearing Eagles today, so that's at least nice, but we know that you're not a real Eagles fan.
Yes.
Disagree. But no, I think boom, because I think, while I don't think Jimmy G is the best quarterback in the world, I don't think he's too much of a downgrade from Derek Carr. And his last season as a starter in San Francisco, he got Debo 1,400 yards on 121 targets. I like that production. So I think if Adams is there in the mid to late second round, I would say that he's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like the volume is going to be there. I still think that, but I think it's a significant decline at quarterback. And then you've got the volume issue. How do you top 180 targets again? I mean, they've got some other weapons there. They added the rookie Mayer. There's like Renfro and all these other bottom feeder guys potentially. Jacobs might hold out. That could help Adams as well, or it could hurt him as the defense is more key in on the wide receiver. I don't know, man. I'm just not doing it. I'm just do not trust him. Do not like the situation. Do not like the downgrade at quarterback. And coming off pinnacle years, you see these guys regress. And he's an older wide receiver. He's not a young guy. I'm going running back where he's coming off end of first round, early second. It's a no for me. I think you don't want to say bust because you don't want to hear the sound. I think that's why you're going with everybody boom. You just don't want to hear Deshaun Watson.
No, I have some busts coming up.
All right, perfect. Let's see who they are. All right, next one here. Is he going to boom in the bust? Again, in the comments below, let us know who you're agreeing with. But I'll tell you right now, Conor seems to be agreeing with you. And that's the kind of the pattern we're going with here. Are you guys ever going to argue on anything? Doesn't look like it.
I mean, me and Conor are besties right now.
He wore a tie for you.
Yeah, he dressed up for me.
All right, this one's interesting here. The Green Bay Packers, okay? This is very interesting. Christian Watson. Now, the problem with this guy is that he's being drafted relatively high. I even saw him come off in the third round in a $2,000 buy-in league, which is insane. Now, he could be a wide receiver one. I'm hearing now, I don't know if you heard this, but Romeo Doubs and Love are supposed to be connecting. I heard they're connecting. You might have heard the same thing. And then you've got the Musgrove, the rookie they got there. They got Kraft, these two rookie tight ends. One of them can catch quite a bit. I think it's Kraft. Very capable, right? And then they got Jaden Reed, a new rookie they got. And then they got Dillon. They got Aaron Jones. They got the question mark with Jordan Love. I don't know, man. Too many question marks. I like the ceiling. But one thing you got to note, though, I think it was like week 10 to 13. He had that big burst. He had like 7 touchdowns in like 3 to 4 games. It was crazy. One game, like 3 touchdowns. It was insane. So it was like that little burst of like, kind of good greatness, right? Is that going to continue is the big question. What do you think? Boom or bust here based on what I said? Is there anything else you add on Christian Watson here? How are you feeling?
So I think we're going to agree on this. I'm going to go bust, which was good for the Watson sound effect here. But Watson, I think, he was the favorite of Rodgers last year, but Love is not Rodgers. Watson is a deep threat, but Love doesn't have the arm, I think. And then, I also saw the information that's coming out of the Packers camp that Dobbs is Love's favorite target. So I'm going to go bust for this.
Yeah, I'm going to say if you get him in the third round, that's a huge bust. Not typically where he's coming off, but some people want him early. They think he's a superstar, which he could be. I liked him better last year when he had Rodgers throwing the ball and
Yeah.
coming in as a rookie. I don't know. This is a tough one, man. He could actually boom. I mean, he could be the main guy, could be this amazing dynamic receiver, but very unlikely with all those targets. I'm really questioning. Nobody knows who the true one is, but that's what makes him exciting because he could be good value. I mean, depending on where you draft him. If you draft him around 5, could be a good value. I still think I don't know, man. Part of me saying this one, again, I'm really clear on certain players. I don't have clarity on the situation. And for that reason, I may kind of fade him if I'm looking at him. I'm going to probably lean bust on this one. So both of us are kind of in agreement with this one. This one's a tough one. Let us know what you guys think. This one's a tough one to gauge.
Yeah, I think that's fitting because his last name.
Watson, yeah, Watson and Watson. All right, let's move on here to the next one here. Do you want to see more Conor? Conor's he's in the background kind of crying to come back on, and he dressed up. Maybe we'll get him back on. What do you guys think in the comments? You going to see more Conor? You're shaking your head no. He's your friend. What are you so mean to him about? What's the problem?
No, there's no problem.
All right, let's go on here. All right, next one here, Cam Akers, who's had years to wow me, and guess what?
You're not wowed.
I'm not. But again, it's a contract year. What do you think of Uncle Cam here?
Because I talked to him on a previous show,
Yes.
so I'm going to go boom for him. So I think we're going to disagree again. But I'm optimistic with him. I think he has the potential to be an RB1 as long as he stays healthy, and then the Rams stay committed to the run. So boom.
Yeah, I mean, years to wow me, I'm not wowed. And all these guys that we're mentioning, guys, they're not like clear-cut players. Like you look at them, they're kind of in a position they could really thrive, but there's question marks, right? Going back to Kenneth Walker, the acquisition of Charbonnet, Jonathan Taylor, the running quarterback, right? Devante Adams, downgraded quarterback, Watson, like all these guys have like scenarios where it's like there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding them, and that continues with Cam Akers because again, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Around fourth round is typically where he's coming off. Now, a lot of people are going 0 RB, getting their wide receivers, and then making Cam Akers potentially like their RB1, which I don't trust at all. I'm not sold on this offense, not sold on the quarterback. I think there's some recent news about Matt Stafford and his contract deal. I don't think they want to give him a deal or renew his contract. There's some contract restructuring. I have to look this up. Matt Stafford news. Yeah. I don't know what it was. Some news came out on him. I don't really care about Stafford because I have no fantasy stock as well. So it says, report, Matt Stafford declined Rams request redo deal.
Renegotiate, yeah.
Anyway, either way, the guy's washed. I don't believe in Stafford. Do you like Stafford? Are you a Stafford fan?
Yeah, I like Stafford. I think I talked about him on the last show. I like Stafford.
I don't remember what happened yesterday. Never mind the last show. So I'm in the now. But yeah, I don't remember. But again, he was kind of. I thought he was washed with the Lions. They built up the superpower team. Rams win it. Last hurrah. I think that's it. You're not going to see an amazing Stafford anymore. But yeah, Akers is a tricky one. But just the fact that history has shown me he can't stay durable, can't finish strong. I'm not sold. I'm going to say bust on this one. So boom to the moon with you and bust for me. All right, let's move on here to the next one. This is a tricky one here. Let's move on to Alexander Mattison. Again, drop the comment below, guys. Secure the 16-round draft solution. Make this interactive. This is another tricky one because Mattison, at the time of this recording, we're like mid-July here, just past mid-July. Dalvin Cook's gone. But apparently Dalvin Cook, there's rumors, I'm hearing buzz that he may come back. So you're investing now a 5th-round pick in Mattison. Cook may just come back. And I don't know if his agent's playing games. I think he was offered like $7 million. Again, I don't know this but exact number, but it was like Miami offered him like $7 million. And then like, the Vikings were looking at him, then he was using the Jets to kind of up the price and the Patriots and all this stuff. Again, more running back issues. No one's getting paid. They're a dime a dozen. Who knows what's going on? But the way that we're talking Mattison specifically here, even if he is without Cook, they had drafted Dwayne McBride, I think 7th round, who was a workhorse in college. And then Mattison just is not that impressive. Like there were some games where he showed flashes, but there were games where he just completely crapped the bed. How are you feeling? What are your feelings on Mattison? Being a backup all these years averaging 3.8 yards per carry, may I remind you. 5 touchdowns last year on 74 attempts, backup for years. What do you think of him?
I'm going to go boom for him. I
Wow.
think he's been Dalvin Cook light the last few years when given the opportunity. I think the team's obviously confident that he can be the guy since they let Cook walk this year and didn't really add anyone of note. They used a 7th round pick in the draft on a running back.
Yeah.
I think he's a huge upside guy that could win some people their leagues actually if he booms.
He could, and he has those games. I remember a couple years ago, I think I had Mattison as my backup because I ended up drafting Mattison and fading Cook because I knew Cook was going to get hurt. Sure enough, Cook got hurt that year. So what I ended up doing is starting Mattison that week, and he laid an egg, literally crapped the bed. And then I ended up basically doing a tweet an Instagram post, and he chimed in, got angry, and blocked me. So yeah, me and Mattison not on good terms, and I don't trust him. There is that upside, but I'm just not sold on him being the guy. And even like guys like Pollard being the guys. Like you're a backup for 4 years. It's very unlikely you're going to come in and boom, but we'll see how it goes. This is what makes fantasy so interesting, right? Because we don't know. That's what makes it exciting. All right, we got 2 more here that are in big-time question mark situations. You may disagree. You say, well, they're not in question mark situations. They're the clear-cut guys. The next guy I want to talk about is Lamar Jackson. What are your thoughts on Lamar Jackson, who's Mr. Billion-Dollar man, got paid a lot? What are your thoughts on Mr. Lamar?
Yeah, so I'm going to go bust for Lamar Jackson. I think, now that he was paid, I think he has even less incentive than he had the last 2 years where he didn't play. As I mentioned, I think on the last show, he really can't stay healthy and miss the end of the last 2 seasons, which is the most important time for fantasy. So
yeah,
bust.
Yeah. Bust. They upgraded his wide receiver core, drafted Zay Flowers, added Odell Beckham, which I don't think is a big upgrade. Again, the thing about him, I look at his numbers here, okay? I'm pulling up his numbers. The guy can't throw past 3. I don't know what to tell you. Like, he can't throw past 3,000 yards.
Yeah.
He can't finish seasons. I think he played, 12 games the past 2 seasons? That's not good. Like, I mean, I don't understand how he got paid. Like, if you're not finishing seasons, like, why am I going to pay you $500 million or whatever he got? And I'm over exaggerating, but he got a lot of money, right? So again, the numbers aren't matching up with the pay, and and you almost think like some of these teams are almost overpaying the quarterbacks. Do they have enough money for running backs, other positions? I think running backs should get paid more. And quarterback is just such a sought-out position. There's just X amount of people on the entire planet that can throw and be capable to be a quarterback. So, oh, man, I don't know. I just know. And he's coming off early, this guy, like 5th round-ish. People are drafting him thinking he's going to be Lamar Jackson from like 3-4 years ago, whenever he had that pinnacle year. I'm not buying it. He's a big-time bust for me. All right.
We agree.
All right, let's move on here. And I wanted to get a sheep. We should have played the sheep sound effect for Conor, I've also got a lion sound effect for Conor we should play next time because we're going to scare him. How about that?
Okay.
That is a lion's roar. And so if he's ever bothering you, just tell him the lion's around the corner. I'll play the sound effect, and he will probably run for the fences. Now, again, he wore a tie for you today, and I just didn't think you were very appreciative of him.
I don't know what to make of Conor. We seem to agree so far, but he interrupts our show a lot.
Yeah, I think that you should apologize to him just because you weren't that nice to him because he was wearing a tie.
Oh, maybe if he wore an Eagles tie or a Penn State tie next time, that would be impressive to me.
I got dressed up for everybody, not just you. And the fact of the matter is, I need to be treated with some respect. Respect. R-E-S. And whatever the rest of the word is.
Okay, Aretha. You're going to sing now too?
No, and I don't appreciate it. So, why don't we get to the last one? Who's the last one on our list? You've got it in front of you.
And it would really be like Mr. Rogers with the puppet and the singing. The last one.
I will take over the rest of this show. The counselor is done. I'm putting my paw down.
Paw.
All 4 of them.
Sheeps don't really have paws, do they?
Whatever.
Travis and I'm going to butcher his last name.
Etienne, I love him.
Yes.
I absolutely love him. And the counselor's talking about Tank Bigsby. And recently a report came out that Bigsby's doing amazing, but I don't care. I love Travis Etienne, and he gets a big boom.
I disagree with you. I think he's a bust. Yeah, I think he's a bust. Peterson loves a good running back committee, and he has one in Jacksonville, and I like Etienne as a player, but I think he's going to lose a lot of touches to Bigsby and Hasty, and Bigsby was a stud at Auburn, even though he lost to Penn State twice, my school. But I know you say look at the tapes for, well, not you, but Joe, your buddy over there.
He's not my buddy. He disagrees with me all the time, and he always threatens to throw me in the Lions.
Okay, well, Joe was always talking about watching tape for Gibbs, but I think that everyone should go back and watch the tape for Bigsby because he runs hard and he's incredible in the open field once he really gets going. So
the counselor likes Bigsby. So why are you conspiring with the counselor now? All of a sudden you're against me? We always agree.
I think today I'm not having it with you. I think you need to go.
Well, you suck. And you know what? I don't like Jim either. I already told him off, and I wished Kamara stomp on him too, like he did the other guy at the hotel. And you know what? You suck too.
Okay, I guess I suck then. But my picks don't suck here, so you guys should all listen to my draft advice here.
All right. Well, the counselor has had enough of my on air, and he's left the studio. So why don't we wrap up the show and thank everybody for coming, and make sure you do not grab the 16-round draft solution or join Patreon. Simply just copy and paste the rankings from last year and do the exact same thing that everyone else tells you to do, and you will win.
No. That's wrong. You definitely should get the 16-round draft solution. You definitely should join the Patreon. I'm going to be in the Patreon along with the counselor. And then you should also leave your comments below on who you think is going to boom or bust. See if you guys agree with me or if you agree with the counselor or
I'm
Conor.
not getting dressed up for you or anybody else anymore. Enough with this tie, and it's cutting off circulation to my brain.
Okay, well, hopefully you pass out and fall off the show.
I am getting sleepy. You suck, and we're not friends anymore. All right, guys, make sure you guys subscribe, and you can see more of me, and drop a comment, and let us know about the boom or bust. And why don't you end the show, because I just follow.
I did end the show already. You just keep talking.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Okay, bye. See you never, Conor.
We'll be back.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
Bye.